week on Storyboard, we speak to Ulf Smedberg, Country Marketing Manager IKEA India, about setting up their first store in the country and the challenges faced by the brand. And Christmas is round the corner. We have a bunch of Christmas ads that have left us charmed. Hello and welcome to Storyboard. This is Shibani Gharat. IKEA will set up its first store in India in 2017. The brand has some ambitious plans for the country. We speak to Ulf Smedberg, Country Marketing Manager IKEA India, about the challenges of opening the first store in India, how ready is the country's market for DIY rather than working with an expert for their furniture, about localizing IKEA products and IKEA's e-commerce plans. Let's take a look at the full conversation.
Well, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
To begin with the billion-dollar question, when and where is the first IKEA store opening in India?
We have been planning a long time, and the first store will open in Hyderabad in about 1 year from today.
What's the size of that store?
Just around 400,000 square feet.
Okay.
Which is a big size store.
So that's the first one, which is end of next year. And what is the second one? It's Navi Mumbai.
And the second one, I'm very happy to say, it's in Mumbai.
Right.
Around a half year after that. We don't know exactly, but it will come after the...
again, what will the size of that store be?
Slightly bigger, 500,000 square feet.
Right. And how long is that drive from here? Do you have any idea? How long does it take
Depends
from here?
on traffic, of course.
But other...
I mean, it's easy access, nevertheless, with no matter of transportation.
Now that you're here, you must be starting your plans to connect with the Indian consumer. So tell us, what are the things you're going to do to connect with the Indian consumer in the matter of communication?
First of all, we're very happy to be in India, and we think we have a natural link with the Indians' love for their home. And of course, we will have solutions that will fit the many people here. And we have planning to start, we will start our first connection with the many people around May, June in Hyderabad.
Right. What form will the communication take?
There will be really touch and feel. In a shopping mall, we will have a smaller size of a mini IKEA, you can say.
Right.
With homes, solutions, range, prices, and even a cafe.
Right.
So people could get used and see what IKEA is about.
Right. So will you be advertising at all in mainstream media?
We will. We will use the main media like TV, magazines, billboards, but very much in digital.
Right.
To reach the many people.
Right. So amongst the questions, are you going to localize product ranges for the Indian consumer?
We'll focus more on solutions. So
right.
We do a lot of research where we visit people's homes and look at how people are living, what are their needs, dreams and frustrations, and then we customize the solutions that will fit how people are living,
right.
Very much focusing on small space living, of course.
Right. So one hears that your meatball, your famous meatball, for example, are we going to see a local version of it?
We will, and we'll also introduce Swedish veggie balls, which is the same but made for vegetarians.
Right.
And then we will have the same range, salmon, but half of the serving in the restaurant will be local food.
Right.
So it will fit the many Indians together with Swedish flavor.
Right. In addition to this localization, is there any product localization you're talking about? That is, are there things we're going to see in the IKEA India store which we cannot see anywhere else in the world?
I would say that most of the 9,000 articles will be global range.
Right.
But of course they will fit the many Indians' taste and needs, and some will be localized, but vast majority will be the same. So we focus more on the solutions that will fit.
Right. One of the challenges for IKEA is the lack of culture in India for do-it-yourself.
Yes.
So how are you tackling that problem?
We will introduce in those home, in those small pop-ups, we will have a lot of classes, we will have some competition and show how easy it is to actually assemble the furniture. You don't need a screwdriver or hammer, it's quite easy just to put it together in a couple of minutes normally. But then of course we will have the service also for people that don't want to do it.
Are you going to have people give them the option to have it?
You have the option.
Does it come at a price or does it come free? Do you have to pay for that service?
A small fee, but we will encourage people to, of course, to do it themselves.
Right.
Then if you want to have the service, we will offer that at a low price.
Right. Yeah. So what are the big opportunities you're seeing in India now? You know, you've been here now for more than 3 years yourself.
Yes, exactly.
And so you have a sense of how India is in comparison to other countries where you've launched.
Yeah.
So what are the...
We see that people have big needs to finding smart solutions, especially if you have small space living or not enough space. So we can help people to create more space at a low cost, and on the same time provide good-looking furniture that is also multifunctional. So you can, for instance, use your sofa for storage, or you can use different options in the kitchen that is easy to access and to use for everyone in the home, not just for mothers or fathers, but also for children, and a lot of solutions for kids to play and learn in the home.
Now, since you announced your plans to enter India, the furniture business has changed dramatically.
Yes.
Especially with the Urban Ladder and Pepperfry and so on. Is that good for you? Is that bad for you? How do you view that?
It's very good for us. We would like to have more to offer, because we believe in stimulating people around home furnishing and solutions. And of course, we welcome a lot of, if you call it competitors, we like to call them colleagues or partners in home furnishing. Right.
So what is the next step between now and November when you open your store? What will we see?
Several things, actually. We are launching our new digital website in spring. And we will also launch something for our future members. We call it IKEA Family. So you can actually be a member in IKEA Club.
Before the launch?
Before the launch. We'll start later this spring. And the ambition is, of course, to talk directly to people and to get to know them, and also have direct communication. And then, as I said, this Hey Home, which is a small IKEA, they will open first in Hyderabad and then in Mumbai.
You've repeatedly used the word digital in this conversation. So is e-commerce going to be a play for IKEA in India? So what do you expect e-commerce to do for you?
We expect e-commerce together with the stores to be usually successful, because then we can reach the many people with our offer. But we prefer to start to show IKEA with the store, and then e-commerce will come slightly after.
So your e-commerce strategy will be what? Will you sell it yourself, or will you sell it through only yourself? Not through, say, Amazon or Flipkart?
No, it will be IKEA, our own website, of course, where you have access to IKEA range.
So one of the challenges in India is languages. Is your communication going to be in any language other than English?
Of course. So we'll have English, and then we will have the local language wherever we operate.
So in Hyderabad, for example, we will see Telugu being used. In Bombay, we might see Marathi and so on.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the challenges in India, because you've got so many languages in so many geographies.
We also think it's an opportunity, because we are very much for diversity. We like to be reachable for the many people. So that's the reason we said that we should also use the local language together with English.
What about the catalog itself? The famous catalog. Is that going to be localized as well, as in languages?
We will have certain pages that will be only for India when it comes to the range and the solutions, but the majority will be the global catalog, as everywhere else. And it will be free of charge to people living around each store.
But what about the languages? Is it going to be in Hindi, for example? Are you going to have Hindi?
We will start in English, and then we will see when we grow. We will also adapt to the local language.
So now that you're so close to your launch, tell me, what do you expect to see 2 years from now? How would you measure your success?
We would like to see a lot of our furnishing range in many people's homes, of course, and we are convinced that we will be attractive. And we said that our ambition is to be seen as a meaningful brand that is also quite unique, but that people will connect with. So we think the emotional connection with the offer is very important. So people should feel, yes, maybe we come from Sweden, but it's very much for me living here in India.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ulf. All the best. And talk to you sooner to the launch.
Very nice to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is time for us to take a short break. When we return, we get to see the best of Christmas commercials from the UK.